Hi, today we are going to make pulled pork. We've never made pulled pork before, so we've had a bit of a Google to look for recipes and how it's generally done. So this is going to be our version, and we don't have any fancy smokers and whatnot, so it's going to be a slow cooker recipe. I love the slow cooker. So we've got brown sugar, we've got onion and garlic powder, some chili powder and paprika, cayenne pepper and mustard powder, and we're going to make a rub for the pork first of all, and then it'll go in the slow cooker with some chicken stock, and we'll see what happens. We've just got a pork shoulder. This one is boneless, which is useful, so you don't have to get the bone out afterwards, although it would be like really easy anyway, because by the time it's cooked it'll just be falling off the bone anyway. So this is just what was in Morrison's basically, and it looked like a nice piece, so that's what we've got. So quantities and stuff, I don't really know. I'm just going to bung it all in a bowl and put it on the pork. I think from the videos we watched, the sugar is the main bulk of it. If you can get it out of the bag. So I think about that much sugar, and then it depends, obviously depends on what your tastes are. You can put in like actual onion, but Aiden doesn't like onion, so we use the powder. It just gets the taste then without the texture of it. Paprika we use quite a bit in our sauces and stuff.
That's chili powder.
Chili powder. We've opted for mild. You can get hot versions of it. Cayenne pepper. And a bit of mustard. Right, so I'll just grab a spoon. And we'll see what happens.
Give it a good mix. And we're back when it's ready to go on the meat. So we decided that it probably wasn't enough because it's quite a big bit of meat, so we're just doing double the amount that was already in there.
Yeah, just same again to make it a bit more.
There's no harm in it, it's just going to help infuse the meat.
I don't want to have like got halfway through it, have meaty hands and then have to mix more, so mix some more now.
So this is what we should end up with, bowl size wise and amount. So we've removed the string because we think it'd be nicer for the pork to relax while it's cooking. That sort of makes more sense. So just sort of rub it in.
Like put it all over. If you've made up quite a bit of the rub and you think you're going to have it left over, then you might want to use a spoon, because once you've got meaty hands in it, then obviously you're going to have to bin it if you don't use it. And put it all over, even like the fat side as well.
And get it on the inside, like if it's got a crease like that.
Yeah. As Aidan said, it doesn't matter if it's going to all like fall apart like this, because it's pulled pork at the end of the day. It's all going to be shredded up.
So ample amounts, just get in there, give it a good covering.
It smells nice. It smells like
Spicy.
spicy, but like also sweet. Nice.
Sweet and spice. All things nice. So that's it, give it a good rub, give it a good pat. Make sure it's all nice and covered.
A bit more down here.
If you want, what we should have done, maybe should have like glazed it a bit with something to keep the stuff on top.
Yeah, or you could score it maybe.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, sort of.
Well, it's from where the rope string was. I'll show you the finished object shortly.
Right, so I'm just making the chicken stock now, which is going to be, well, just some liquid for it to cook in the slow cooker. We've put 2 stock cubes in. It's just chicken stock cubes, normal or whatever. I'm just going to make a jug full of it, and you want it to cover about 2/3, I think, of the meat.
We should be using the good old crock pot.
Like when it's winter for stews and stuff, and you can just bung stuff in there and leave it.
So that's what it should look like. Just put a little bit in the bottom just so there's something in there. Wait for the rest, and take your nice shoulder, plonk it in there.
We're putting it fat side down.
What's the reason for that? Putting it fat side down because that's what we're doing.
I think, I don't really know.
Well, we'll see. At the end, if it tastes horrible, maybe fat side up.
To be honest, it's what the guy in the video that we looked at did.
No, that's not. We haven't watched the video. We made this up ourselves.
I
think the idea is like you want to get it in the bottom, so the fat just peels off at the end. You don't really want the fat.
We didn't do it in a crock pot actually. No, so say all the, I don't know. We're gonna not pour it over so it doesn't wash off the thing, but I don't think we need all this actually.
So that's probably enough.
So I think just about there, just so it's got
That's
a
the
bit
sort of coverage you want. A lot of it's going to sort of like evaporate and go back in through the meat anyway.
And we've put it on high. You can put it on low. I think probably might infuse the flavours a bit more, or you could even leave it with the rub on before you cook it, but we want to actually eat it today, so we're not doing that. But you could like do the rub and leave it overnight, and then it's
high
infused.
like 4 to 6 hours, and then low for like 8 to 12 hours.
Yeah. If you put it on, say, in the morning before you go out to work or something, put it on low, and then you can leave it for 12 hours. But we're putting it on high just so we can actually eat it today.
So we'll show you the result when it's ready. 6 hours later, this is what you should have. Just sort of pulls apart, that's what you're looking for. Then take it out, put it in a bowl, and pull it. Break it apart, I got rid of the fat. And you should end up with like bits of pulled pork, basically. It's quite spicy, this one.
Bit like shredded duck.
It is. Except super spicy, so maybe a little bit less spice next time.
Oh, the bit I had wasn't spicy.
Bloody hell, yeah, it is.
Maybe now it's all mixed up though, because the edge would have been spicier.
Yes, this is not a lie
You
peen.
can't give an accurate review until we've had
No, at least all of it.
at least all of it.
Yeah.
It's made quite a lot of meat there. I mean, you'd feed a family with that, wouldn't you? Easily.
Oh, you'd feed me. Then there's a little bit left in the
Say you're having a roll with like salad or some chips or something. You could feed a family and have like loads left over. We don't eat salad.
We're allergic to salad.
And we're not having chips. We're just having meat in a roll.
We're basically done, Peen.
Basically done.
Time for the noms.
Yum yum. So here it is, ready in the roll. We've put a bit of tomato ketchup in there. And Aidan mixed a little bit of cheese that we had left in the fridge. So now we're going to eat it. Yummy.